So I'm going to run through the Tesla app really quick. So once you open the Tesla app, you can see all of your products that you have. So we have electric vehicles, we have a Cybertruck, a Model X, a Model 3, and we also have a couple Tesla solar roofs, one on our house, our main house, and one on our shed / carport. So when I go through and I click into the various products, I'm going to click into the Cybertruck right now. In the app, I can view dash cam clips. I can view settings such as charging on solar, so I can make it so that my vehicle charges on solar instead of using power from the grid. I can also go through various controls, functionality within the truck itself, control the climate so that if I wanted to preheat the vehicle or pre-cool it in the summer, that vehicle is going to be a perfect 70 degrees before I even get into it. Then the app will also notify you once the cabin temperature reaches your desired temperature in the settings. It also shows your location, and it allows you to navigate to other locations through the app, so you can see how many supercharging stations you'll need to hit up before arriving at your destination. Most recently, it allows you to set an energy limit on the battery or a percentage that you want the battery to be at upon arriving at your destination, so it'll change your charging behavior leading up to your road trip and to your final destination. Again, you can schedule charging. Security and drivers, you can also go in and activate Sentry mode, valet mode, parental controls. If you're allowing a son or daughter to use your vehicle, you can actually set limitations so that it's more safe for them to use your vehicle. Speed limit mode, pin to drive in case you want to add an additional safety feature for people accessing your vehicle. And you can manage your drivers and your key cards and all that stuff right through the app. Another cool thing about the Tesla app for your vehicles is the charge stats. So going into the charge stats, you can actually see how much you charged over the last 31 days or last month and equate that to the total amount of money spent based on your utility rate that you enter in there, and also the supercharging rates if you go to supercharging stations throughout the course of that time frame. And you can also toggle over to the year and see how much you've charged and how much you spent on an annual basis for that particular vehicle. It also tells you the gas savings. It shows you the average price per kilowatt hour that you're charging from your home and from the supercharging stations that you've gone to. It also provides charging tips and additional settings. Also in the app for the vehicles, any available upgrades are in there, including the Tesla shop page, which you can access directly through the app. If you need to request service for your vehicle, it also lives inside of that app as well. Very easy to go in, request a service if you need anything done to your vehicle, there's any notifications or alerts in your vehicle prompting you to schedule service. Very easily handled inside of the Tesla app. And God forbid you need roadside assistance, you can also click that in through the app as well. Moving on to the solar roof in your app, or solar and batteries if you have that in your app, the solar sites. You can go in and see the various solar sites depending on how many you have, how many gateways you have. And I'm looking at one of my Tesla solar roofs right now, coupled with the Powerwall 3. You can see your production, you can see your consumption. If you're net metering to the grid, you're charging your batteries, you can see all of that through the app. And if you have your wall connectors, your electric vehicle chargers attached to your solar sites, you can actually see that in the app as well. And you can see what vehicle is plugged into what charger, and if it's being charged or not, what the status of that vehicle is. In the app, you can also choose to go off grid and kind of test the system out, make sure everything's functioning properly. You can go in and you can see your energy produced. You can do different time scales. You can do daily, weekly, monthly, annual. You can see various things about your power walls, how much they're charged, how much they're discharged, how much you've charged your vehicle, how much energy you've used from the grid, how much energy you've exported to the grid. You can also see the impact inside of the app and how much self-powered you are, meaning how much energy you're using from your solar production and your power walls, that the energy stored from your production over top of your consumption. It gives you kind of an overall percentage of how self-powered you are compared to using the grid. And in the wintertime, it's typically going to be lower self-powered, as you approach spring, summer, fall, typically you're going to be more self-powered based on seasonality and where you live. So all of those are cool features inside of the app. You can also change your reserve limit for your Powerwalls. In the winter, I tend to set my reserve limit a little higher so that I have more juice in the Powerwalls just in case the power goes out and we need it to provide backup for our various consumption needs, mainly our freezer and our heating in the winter months. You can also set your utility rate plan and your permission to export, grid charging, automatic backup. These are all settings you can find inside of the Tesla app pertaining to your solar site. You can also, as mentioned before, you can do your vehicle charging from just on solar, and you can also schedule charging sessions. If you don't want to charge right away when you plug in your vehicle, you can set it to charge at a later time frame. Maybe if you're on time-based controls, you can charge it late in the evening when the cost of electricity is less. You can also activate storm watch mode, which allows for, in the event of a national storm warning, it'll allow your Powerwalls to charge up to 100%, so that in the event of a power outage, you have full access to your Powerwall batteries that are charged up to 100%, so that you don't have to worry about having power for your consumption needs, especially in the winter when you might have lower production because the sun's lower in the sky and it's not out as long. It's a great feature to turn on so that in the event of a active storm warning, your Powerwalls are 100%. And then after the storm goes by and the warning subsides, then the Powerwalls will discharge to the reserve limit that you set them at. So it's a great feature to turn on, highly recommend it. You can also set your utility rate plan inside of the app, Wi-Fi for your Powerwall batteries so that they can receive constant updates, and also access the internet for those storm warnings to enter storm watch mode. You can manage access to your solar sites with other people in your household. And then of course, just clicking through your home information, it'll tell you your serial numbers for your Powerwalls, your gateway serial numbers, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, everything can be found in your Tesla app for all the products you have through Tesla, your vehicles, your solar batteries, and your wall connectors, as long as they're Generation 3, can all be found in the Tesla app. It is a very intuitive app to use, and we love using the Tesla app for managing our Tesla ecosystem at our household.